up guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a reverse diet update and kind of a whole recap of my post-show experience. First off, I am getting over being sick, so in this video, if I sound a little congested and stuffy, that's the reason why. Yeah, just deal with it. I'm sorry. So you guys know that I competed this year at the 2017 Arnold. I also competed in 2 shows in April, 2 shows in May, and 2 shows in June. So I competed quite a bit this year, and a lot of people I feel like were expecting me to not have a good reverse diet, or I was even thinking, okay, shoot, this is a lot to demand from my body. What is going to happen after this? Because people need to realize that doing these shows is not healthy. You're putting your body in a very frail state, low calorie, hormones get out of whack, you're demanding a lot out of it, and in return your body can kind of rebel against you, and I thought this was going to happen to me. Now last year, 2016, when I reverse dieted, I had kind of a bad rebound. I was going through the first 2 months post-show, which always go really good for me. And then I started taking birth control, which made me gain, I think, 10 pounds in 2 weeks. Yeah, that was a really, really bad time. I was super uncomfortable in my skin. My stage weight was 115, and then my weight jumped up to 142, 46 pounds. It was just too much for me. In general, that's actually a really healthy weight, but on my body, I just didn't feel good. I felt like a water balloon. I didn't feel healthy. I didn't feel strong. I wasn't making gains because my weights weren't going up in the gym, and my performance was decreasing, and I just felt like I really hurt my body and was super upset with that post-show. Then going into my dieting phase for 2017, I had a really hard time losing weight. The first 2.5 months, my weight hardly budged, and I was increasing cardio, decreasing macros, just putting in the work, and my body was like, we're not losing weight, girl. We know what you're doing. And it was really, really hard prep for 2017. They're always hard. It's always challenging, but it was really hard to get the ball rolling. But once it started rolling, we were good to go. But before then, I was like, it was never that hard before. So 2017, I had a really successful competition season, taking top 3 placings. I competed at 2 national level stages. I took 7th place at the Arnold Classic, which was really incredible and an awesome experience. But post-show was June 16th, and first 2 months, like I mentioned, is always easy for me. I usually gain like 4 pounds, and then I'm feeling good. But last reverse diet, like 2016, I tried to track every single macro to the gram, and I found myself just prolonging the diet, feeling miserable. My hormones were still messed up, and then once I started taking birth control, it was just like, it was a storm of messness, and it just didn't work for me. And I felt like I learned from that experience from tracking everything to the gram, and it just didn't work for my body. It rebelled against me. It was almost like stop being so strict, like live a little. So this 2017, I tried to track for a little bit, for about literally 2 weeks, very loosely, and then I'm like, you know what, I've been tracking macros for 3 years. If I can't intuitive eat and not gain weight like crazy, then there's something wrong. So then I decided to switch to intuitive eating. I did this by simply ignoring my MyFitnessPal. I didn't find the need to have to use it constantly because it wasn't serving me anymore. It wasn't serving my goal. I knew that I was jumping into a long off season of, I'm still in my off season and it's December. I knew I was jumping into a long off season of 6-7 months, so what was the point of tracking macros to the gram and being shredded for a couple more months? I didn't have any photo shoots planned, I didn't have any vacations planned, so I figured the best thing for my body would be to intuitive eat. And I've had gradual weight gain until I've hit like a happy set point of 130 to 132. Upwards of 135, just depending if, you know, it's the time of the month or not. But for the most part, my body has found a really happy set point, and I feel pretty comfortable in my skin. I'm not gonna lie, there's days where I miss being shredded, being like 118 pounds on stage. That's what I was for 2017. But I also know that I can't be that year round because it's not healthy. My hormones were shot. I wasn't getting my period then. Sleep was messed up, and I just wasn't fully there. I wasn't fully Nicole because my brain power was not as strong on prep because of the calorie deficit. So I'm really happy with where I'm at now with my weight, and not only that, just my relationship with my body has been getting better, and that's something that I'm constantly working on. I've struggled with body image, eating disorders for a long time, and it's a continuing process of recovery and getting better. And I know that sometimes competing can cause really negative effects, for like side effects for people, or make their disorder worse. For me, the structure actually helps me in my life, and I find that's why I got so attached to tracking macros. And I still think macros are a great tool for people to learn about their body and their food and portion sizes, and it's a great tool. But keep in mind the end goal should always be intuitive eating. You shouldn't want to always stick to one way of dieting. You shouldn't always want to stick with like Weight Watchers or the Atkins diet or tracking macros. Like, you should just be able to feel your body and know what nutrient dense foods look like and how food makes you feel. And if what you're eating right now isn't making you feel good, then there's something off there. And keep in mind too, if you're eating nutrient-dense foods that are good for you, your body's going to reflect that and show that back. So if you're worried about gaining weight, if you're eating nutrient-dense foods to help fuel your body's going to reflect that and look good. And that's something that's been mind-blowing for me, is I thought that I had to track every single thing to the gram for my reverse diet in 2017 because that's the trendy thing to do, is a reverse diet. And I've kind of thrown that whole thing away. Even with my own clients, I find that reverse dieting is just prolonging a diet, prolonging the hormonal damage that we do during bikini prep, but it has to happen in order to get that lean, which all my clients know that going into prep. But reverse dieting to the gram is just prolonging your diet. Like, what's the point of being so shredded year round other than keeping your sanity? And in a way, you're not really keeping your sanity either because you're so lean, so your brain power is not going to be as good. So if you guys are looking at your reverse diet, I highly recommend you trying a recovery diet and just let your body gain weight and find its new set point. Everyone has it. Everybody's body has a weight where it likes to be at, and I know that mine is low 130s. That's just where my body likes to be naturally. And if you find that you're doing this big rebound post-show, is it because you are fueling your body with non-nutrient dense foods, or you're just focused on processed foods, or just the whole trend of eating a lot of foods post-show? You need to be smart. This is your body. You only get one. So make sure you guys are fueling your body properly post-show. And whatever approach you want to take whatever approach you want to take, just give it 100% your effort. If you feel like doing a slow reverse diet is going to be best for you, then do that. If you feel like a recovery diet is going to be best for you, then do that too. But I'm just telling you guys my experience on both ends of the spectrum of doing a slow reverse diet. It didn't work for me, and I don't see myself doing that in the future. But doing a recovery diet has really helped me in this off season, and it just all depends on what your goals are. I was jumping into a long off season. If I was doing like a 2 months in between shows sort of thing, I would be doing a slow reverse diet. However, if I'm taking months off, why not just up the calories, up the weights in the gym, and then start feeling better? So that was kind of my whole little ramble on my reverse diet and how I'm feeling with my body, and kind of what in general I've been doing differently in order to maintain this different physique compared to last year. Because last year I looked so different post-show. It's crazy. I look back at pictures, I'm like, the weight was in my face and in my body, and I look uncomfortable, and I remember how I felt. I just was not comfortable at that weight at all. So I'm really happy with the approach and what I decided to do this year, because I feel so much better. And I it's nice to give myself a mental break from MyFitnessPal because I know that prep's just around the corner and MyFitnessPal and I are going to be best buds again, and I want to enjoy the process and I don't want to feel burnt out this time around for 2018 because I'm feeling it this year. I feel like it's finally my time. I've been working really hard for this goal since 2015 when I stepped on stage and I knew that I wanted to be a pro in this sport, so I'm still working really hard at it, but I want to enjoy every single bit of prep because it should be enjoyable. You're committing so much of yourself to the sport. I don't even know what this video was. It's all over the place, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. So if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and also hit subscribe. It helps support my channel and then I can make more videos for you guys. You guys need to let me know what you want to see in the future, and hopefully in the next video I won't sound like a 13-year-old boy. Alrighty guys, have a good one.